individual win. He has 3 on tour, but 2 were at the team event, the Zurich in New Orleans. Lone individual title came in Hawaii. That was 2020 at the Sony Open over at Wailea. Obviously a dramatically different golf course. But, here he is tuning up. Brandel, this is that putting you talked about.
Right, that's a great look right there, though. You got the best driver of the golf ball in the world and the best putter in the world right there in Cameron Smith. Since the U.S. Open last year, he leads PGA Tour in strokes gained putting. He led the PGA Tour in putting average, which is how many putts you have, putts in greens and regulation, overall putting, which is including the chipping and so forth. Total putts, he averaged under 28 last year. This guy can flat stroke the putter. It's the best looking stroke, I think, along with Reed's in the game. It's worth taking another look at it. First of all, let's just take a look at his hands, how they're set on the club. They remind me a lot of Brad Faxon. Brad always had a little bit of a stronger left-hand grip where that V is sort of pointing at the chin. I mean, you see a lot of weaker left-hand grips in that, but the setup is beautiful. Rounded back, none of this straight, rigid angles. Is rounded and soft. But watch the putter head come up in the backstroke and release. That tells you it's working on an arc. It's arcing to the inside and it's arcing up, and then he releases it with a bit of a pop. So we're going to flip it around. We're going to take a look at it face on. You're going to get a good look at it here. We'll take a look at it full speed here, and we're going to slow it down for you so you can see that the putter head gets behind the hands. And that'll tell you that he's got nice relaxed grip on the putter head. He's letting it get up. It's letting it get behind his hands. So now he's got energy. And he can let that energy just fall onto the ball. Ben Crenshaw said, I like to just let my putter head fall onto the ball. Let it go to sleep at the top of the stroke. And that's why they have this pop. There's no sense that they have to accelerate through because they haven't taken it far enough back or they've taken it too low. They let the putter head get up and they get a free ride down with gravity. So that's why the best putters tend to look like they have pop strokes. Nicklaus looked that way. Crenshaw certainly. Tiger Woods, Brad Faxon. You could go on and on. And that's why Faxon and, again, Stan Utley both talk about having, and those are the 2 best putting coaches, I think, in the world, and they both talk about having a pop to your stroke. A look like you think about Brandt Snedeker is a bigger example. Years ago would have been Bill Rogers along that line, but there's a little bit of pop here. But watch the putter head. It gets elevated, gets behind his hands, and he lets the toe get over. So you see this beautiful release right there. You just can't do it any better than that.
Did a feature story on Rocco Mediate early last year. We were on the putting green. He said, longer back, shorter throw.
Right. Right, absolutely.
That's what you're talking about.
Create some energy.
Yeah.
You got to create some energy. If you ever watch Jack Nicklaus sort of make a practice stroke, he would take a pretty long practice stroke. Hardly any follow-through. Same with Gary Player. A little bit of pop. They create all this energy in the stroke, and they let the ball just fall, the putter head just fall onto the ball. The ball gets in the way, slows the putter head down. That's why the follow-through is never as long as the backstroke on the best putters.